Hi everyone, welcome to your A Day in the Life Coach training with me. Again, I'm Courtney. I am a full-time PA at Metro Health in Grand Rapids in their cardiology department, and also a full-time mommy to a crazy little almost two-year-old Gates. So I'm here to show you what it is for a day in my life, essentially. I'm doing this video from the car because that's generally where I find a lot of my time. Waiting for something, couple minutes here, couple minutes there, 20 minutes here, that's where I get a lot of things in. I generally don't sit down for a whole hour to get things done. Because I don't have that time. So here's a day in the life of me. So generally I wake up at about 4:45. At that point in time, that's when I get my workout in. I have to drink my coffee before I work out. It's just my thing. And at that point in time, I'll check in with my challengers, with my challenge group. I go to bed fairly early, so a lot of stuff comes in for our challenge group after I go to bed, so I try to go back and look at that. I respond to any kind of comments or anything of that nature from our challenge group and get stuff ready for later that night. At about 5 a.m. that's when I generally press play. I get my 30-minute workout in, whatever it may be. Right now it's quarter force. And then I'll jump in the shower, be out the door by about 6:20. It takes me about a half an hour to get to work. So on my way to work, generally what I do is I listen to cardiology podcasts. So I don't even do anything for Beachbody. Most of the time I talk to my sister on the phone who's going to work, and then I'll listen to cardiology stuff. So nothing Beachbody. When I get to work from 7 to 5, it is busy on the go. There is no Beachbody time for me. If for some reason I do have time, I'll try to message someone or something to check in with people. When I am at work, sometimes I will, like as I'm walking to the elevator because it's kind of far from our office to go see a patient, I'll put something quick on Facebook or something. But nothing, I generally don't do anything for Beachbody from 7 to 5. 5 o'clock I get out. When I get in the car on my way home, I generally call Amanda and we chit chat, but most of the time what I do is that's when I catch up on my team trainings. I listen to the National Wake Up Call. I listen to any of the trainings that our upline coaches Haley and Sean have done to kind of help us stay motivated in how we can help our team be the best they can be. By the time I get home, probably around 5:30, quarter to 6, I pick up my son and then we go home. And from 6 until probably 8 o'clock, nothing Beachbody. I am made it a point to not have phones out with him because he's kind of like got this tech rage going on where he wants the phone all the time. So we're trying to keep the phones away. Nothing Beachbody. I will either pre-post my check-ins at 7 p.m. or I will just get on the computer, put the check-in in, and then get off. So from 6 to about 8, nothing. From 8 to 9, that's generally when I get on my computer. We may be watching TV, I may be laying in bed. That's generally when I get all my stuff in, where I'm messaging people at that point in time. My new people, I'm messaging them. I'm checking in with challengers. I'm kind of doing a lot of that stuff. And then generally I'm in bed by 9:30. I am definitely not a late night person. So that's that. The weekends are a little bit different story. I put in a little bit more time. Definitely will catch up on workouts that I missed throughout the week if, something happens. But most of the time on the weekends, that's when we plan things. That's when I start to organize posts for the next week. We think about challenges. We think about our next group. I work on trainings. I do trainings. So generally on the weekends, I probably put in 1 to 2 hours on Sunday, just organizing things and putting that in. But as you can see, it's a minute-to-minute business. You can literally get your stuff done as you are standing in the grocery line, waiting to check out. My favorite places to get stuff done: bath time, if he is in the bath and you have to sit in there or whatnot, I'll kind of turn my back to him a little bit and still watch him so he doesn't see the phone and get stuff done. Standing in line at the grocery store, walking to the elevator. It's super 1 to 2 minutes at a time, but you can really get a lot of stuff done. So I hope that kind of gave you a little insight into what my day looks like. You certainly can do whatever you want from a coaching standpoint, or because you just need to make it fit into your life. This is what works for me. Might not work for you. You can figure out what it works for you. So I got to get going. I hope this was helpful, and thanks again for joining in. Take care, guys.